coat off. Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Boxing Day.
Happy Boxing Day.
So today I just had a little conversation with my dad, and we talk about everything. But we have too much plastic garbage, and we need to do something about it. And I don't know what it is, but I know I don't have like a huge following by any means. But what can we do with used plastic? Like, we go through laundry bottles, we go through everything we make, or everything we use now is made of plastic. And I was just wondering, is there anything we can do with our plastic? Like, when we recycle everything and it goes on the street, in our town, it just gets bundled up into big cubes and gets thrown to a bigger landfill. So they're not even doing anything.
That's true.
Oh, well, Brandon wants me to go. But I was just like, what can we do with our plastic garbage? Like, we recycle it, but it doesn't get recycled. And, like, is there a way that we can, like, make pebbles and certain, like, I don't know what I don't have any scientific research on it, but, like, at the bottom of the recyclables or plastics, there's the recycle triangle on the bottom, and it has different numbers. And I'm just wondering, is that like the certain plastic? Like, I remember when I was a kid in grade school, where they said, oh, we can only recycle ones and twos. Ones, twos, and threes. Maybe it's just one and twos. So that must be like maybe a more biodegradable plastic. Like, I don't understand. Like, if it has the recycle thing, why can't we just recycle it all? And the other thing is there anything we can reuse with, like, these laundry bottles? Like, I feel like there should be a way that we can, I don't know, like, have how the milk guy came in the 1970s? I don't know, what was the latest they had them? Like, I know they had in the 1950s and 60s, they had the milk guy that grabbed the glass bottles. But is there any way that we can just, like, take laundry bottles, like, recycle laundry bottles to a certain area? Like, why isn't, like, retail stores taking in plastic bottles? It's not like it's disintegrating. Like, the soap is, like, we should be able to take a Purex bottle or a bunch of bottles, and we should be able to send them back so they can reuse them. Like, or like 2-liter pop bottles. Like, is there nothing we can do with those 2-liter pop bottles? Like, I just don't understand. Anyways, well, there's Mr. Woodworth. He never waves back anymore. Yeah, he's like, who is that guy? But, like, they have 3D printers, right? Is there anything we can do with the used plastics that would, I don't know, like, pebble it down? Or I don't want to melt plastic. Like, I always thought as a kid, like, oh, maybe I could just take this plastic, put it into a ball, and, like, I could form something. Like, that's what I did as a kid. Like, I grabbed the torch and I was like, I'm just gonna melt this plastic and make it into something else. Well, it doesn't really work. I tried, guys. But then I see these, like, these shredders. Like, they make these little tiny shredders. They run it on, like, a little 1-horsepower engine. And they shred down all the plastic, and they're able to, like, recycle it into, like, pavement and, like, sidewalks. I was thinking, why can't we do that? Why can't we just shred up plastic and put it, like, use it for something? Like, could we use it for truck liners? Like, everyone needs new truck liners. Could we use it for, like, it doesn't matter if it's a bunch of different colors as long as it's the same plastic. But can we, I don't know what got me started. Like, I ended up talking about COVID and how I kind of thought it was a conspiracy because people just wanted to get rid of paper money because it stays on the surface so long, and how dirty money actually is. But I just don't know. I got on the subject of plastic, and I was like, What can we do? Like, do you know, Granddad? Like, can we do anything? Do you have any ideas? Like, they keep on... There's this company, I don't know what it's called, but they have... It cleans the ocean, I think. Like, these circular, like, kind of, I guess, vortex traps that grabs all the, like, the plastics that gets thrown in the ocean. And what they do is they make products out of those that use plastic that's been in the ocean. It's like, so that's brittle plastic that's been sitting in saltwater ocean for months upon years upon tens of years, and then they reuse it to make products. What about those products that just came from the factory, went on the shelf, sat on the retail shelf for a couple weeks, then I always use the detergent bottle, laundry detergent bottle, because it's just that thick ass plastic. It's like, holy crap, this is thick plastic. Like, it's even hard to cut through if you were to use it for something. But like, what can we do with that plastic? Like, is there anything we can do with that plastic? Like, can we make another product out of it? Or, like I said, can we just use a recycling program? Like, I don't know. Like, it sucks right now because everyone doesn't want to touch things during COVID, but is there something we can do with these products? Like, I'm just trying to think, like, what else could you, like, you see, we're going back to paper bags. Like, we're always going to see Safeway and grocery bags, like, everywhere. Like, you go to a landfill, you see that everywhere. And, like, that's where Michelle Arsenal started One Less Plastic Bag. And, like, yeah, that's helping. It's definitely helping. Like, it's, like, but it kind of made retail stores charge for bags. Like, they were going to anyways, but, like, we should always use reusable bags. And that's kind of, we're getting away from that right now. We can't really use reusable bags because of COVID. So that's kind of getting away. So why, is there any way that we could make, like, plastic grocery bags out of used plastics? Yeah, I see. I don't know. I don't like this plastic garbage. I don't like that we throw our blue boxes at the end of the street, and then they pick it up, throw it in the thing, they mix all these things, they crush it together, and then it just goes to a landfill. I just do not like that. And I want to do something about it. Like, there's no, like, we used to have a recycling facility. I don't know what it was. My Grandma Sand and my Uncle Jill worked at it. I don't know what they did. I don't know if they actually sent back certain things to the Thunder Bay or Winnipeg, but there's, like, is there anything we can reuse? Like, everyone always, like, you look at these water bottles, plastic water bottles. We always buy our 24-pack of water bottles. Look at all that used plastic. And, like, we're kind of on the right track where we have, metal and, I guess, harder plastic. Like, we have Yeti cups and everything, and it's good that we're using those. Like, we are using less plastic, and, like, there's so many people that it's just easy just to grab a water bottle in their fridge. But if they just take the time to, like, grab water from the tap and fill it in the big bottle and carry it around, that's probably better. Yeah, convenience is a thing. But I just, there's so many other things. Like, I just keep on going back. Like, the only thing I really see is like juice jugs. I see those plastic milk cartons, and, like, I don't think glass is great, but I don't think that's the answer. I don't think, like, I'm going back to milk glass, and, like, we even have milk bags, and, like, that's, I guess, a little bit less plastic having milk bags and putting in your own container, because it's thinner and, like, it is a little less. But is there any other way that we could do it? That's the question. And I'm not saying powdered milk. We're not going to powdered milk. I'll tell you that much. I don't know. Just kind of thinking. But I think number one thing is, like, laundry detergent bottles. I see them everywhere. 2-liter pop bottles. We shouldn't be drinking pop, obviously, but, like, is there any way that we can put a recycling program at our retail stores where we take our laundry detergent bottles, and when the transports come drop off the products, can we just send them back, like, so they can reuse? What other plastic bottles would you see? Yeah, I guess snow fencing too. Like, there's so many different products that you could probably make that wouldn't matter if it was like a little bit more brittle. Like, I'm gonna probably search up on plastics, and if there's any companies doing anything with plastics right now, I think they're the best ones to invest into. Yeah. Like, look at Canada. We could probably use plastic shovels too. Like, I'm just trying to think of all the products that you could use that could be like molded in from recycled plastic. Like, who cares if your snow shovel's all multicolored and, I don't know, as long as you're using the same type of plastic and you mold it, even if it's different colors. I just feel like bleaching the plastic probably isn't much better. You're using more chemicals and everything else. But, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to turn the camera around. I might just, because this was a rant about plastic, I might just end the stream there. And I will restart the stream at Government Dock. I just wanted to rant about plastic. I didn't really go thorough. I kind of just stuck with the same ideas. But, yeah, we need to do something about plastic. And I'm mostly talking about Dryden right now. And then it will expand to the world. But, like, it starts with small towns, right? It starts with one person, and I think that's just what we got to do. So I'm going to restart the stream because I'm going to probably save this and upload it to YouTube. So be right back.